is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is day 25 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is a super fun one by Laura Rumble, and I really dug deep for these photos. So I have noticed that I have not been printing a ton of like multiple photos for each event. Like I've kind of been just either picking one or they're really only giving me one picture. But I really wanted to use the 3 photos for this sketch. So I have a box of photos that were my dad's, and I have it all organized kind of by period of life. So these pictures are actually me. I don't know. I was probably like 7. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Crazy bangs. So, I don't know what year that was, but my guess is I'm probably 7. So my dad restored old cars for a living, and so for some reason there was this old car, and it's not one that I remember him keeping, so it may have been something he was doing for somebody else. But apparently I felt like I needed to do a little photo shoot and be a model on this old beat up car. And so I actually had 4 photos. I did contemplate putting them all 4 on, but decided not to. I am the only child. So I don't actually have to share these photos with anybody. So I just felt like I could use the old photos. So I know that maybe gives some of you palpitations, but hopefully not. They're not the best quality photos, but they're kind of fun. And the colors in them were kind of sunsetty, browns and that type of thing. So I love this paper. And I think it's from Wild at Heart. And I love the 3 colors, but I did want to make the background a little more messy. So I am using my shimmers, and I get my shimmers from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So the yellow I'm using is Limoncello, and the pink that I am using right now is going Peach Side. So they originally have fluid in them, but I have noticed that as they're getting lower, I have to add a little bit of water, which is totally fine. A lot of the time I add water to them anyway, just to kind of make them last longer, because I'm a little selfish with them, because I do love my Shimmers paints. So I definitely tried to do the yellow on the pink area and the pink on the yellowy area so that it doesn't get totally lost. And then I did set it to dry. So this must have been after I dried it, or there's a good chance I put it underneath my desk where my heater is, because I work in the shed, and dried it with my heater. So now I'm going to put those 3 photos on. I matted both photos just with some scraps, or all 3 photos with some scraps. The top and the bottom have the same partial matting, and then the one in the center has some full matting. And that same paper that I used on the middle, I am now going to put in that bottom left-hand corner to start that cluster. So in my How to Kill a Kit with Style this month, it has these Hip Kit Club exclusive like acetate leaves, and I don't know what time of year this was. It's always summer in Phoenix where my dad lived, so it was always hot, so I can never tell by like what I was actually wearing. That doesn't really help at all. So I decided to do 3 clusters, basically 1 on each photo. And then I am going to work on one cluster down in the bottom left-hand corner, which is kind of what you see in the sketch. And I am loving how this is looking. So I decided to extend that cluster a little bit and put this piece that says, let's start by taking a smallish nap or two, from Winnie the Pooh, which I thought was cute considering this was a younger photo. So it's got a younger me in it. I don't know that I would put that on a photo of me now, but let's be honest, now I would actually like to take the nap versus probably then I really didn't take naps. So maybe that really could have gone of a photo of me now. Go figure. So in the sketch, it looks like there's some tangled thread, and I just thought I could do this. I can do tangled thread. Missy Wooden does it all the time, and it looks amazing. So I went in my little basket, and all of this thread is like crazy old. It was like my mom's sewing kit from like the 70s or something. Some of them are still actually wooden spools, but these colors are perfect. So there was a pink and a coral and a yellow, and I just wrap them around my finger and then shove them under. And that seems to work pretty well for me. And then I just put wet glue under there. We'll kind of see how it continues. Like the ones that I put in that bottom cluster, maybe I didn't put enough glue. They're kind of a little wild, kind of like my hair in these photos. Not really sure that my dad made me brush my hair when I went to his house, so there's a good chance it was a little ratty. So it's so funny looking back at these pictures because like the little jumpers were totally in, and now they're totally in with my daughter too. So we're gonna have like matchy pictures. That's kind of fun. Sorry. Okay. I'm totally staring at my layout and not paying attention to what I am doing. So I am working on the title. So the title is from, I think it's Patio Party. They're the Patio Party thickers. They're kind of wood grain, and I thought they went really well with kind of that rusty look of the color. And I decided to go with Happy Days just because I was thinking like old photos. I know these aren't like Happy Days old, but the car could be Happy Days old. I think it's even older than that. But just, you know, I did enjoy the time that I got to spend with my dad, even though we spent a lot of time with vehicles, which I don't really do much of. So I thought it was an appropriate title. And I know it called for it to be in a different place, but I really felt like it just fit better down there at the bottom. So I am going to do just a few finishing touches. I am going to add a couple of tiny word stickers from the She's Magic. I'm going to add a couple of leaves from this yellow door sticker sheet that's almost gone. And then I am going to add, that I'm not going to add that. Crystal just put it away. No. Put it back on the sticker sheet. Thank you. Okay. Nothing on there either. Keep moving. You know, hindsight is 2020 after you make a layout, because you're watching yourself and you're doing the voiceover and you're like, there's nothing in there. Just put it away. Don't worry about it. But I did know that I wanted to get this chipboard car on, and I know it's blue, but it's kind of like a neutrally kind of blue. I don't feel like it stands out crazily, if that's even a word. And since I put that chipboard piece on, I felt that I needed to get two other chipboard pieces. I decided on two florals, so I put those in two clusters. And then from this close to my heart sticker sheet, I grabbed two pieces as well. And then I am just looking for finishing touches, and I really feel like that's it. The last thing that it needs is some Foxy Roxy sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So you can see those upper in the left upper hand corner. So I am just going to scatter those. Actually, I guess you would call it in all four clusters. And every color in there works amazingly with this. I do not choose to put any of the green, but that's okay. So here come those sequins. So while I am gluing sequins and chipboard down, I want you to make sure that you check out the description box below. There will be links to the channels of Christy, of course, and then Daisy and Moira and Shannon are also playing along. So you get all kinds of takes on these sketches. And then if you decide to play along, which I absolutely hope you do, especially with this one, I am super excited to see what everybody is going to do with this sketch. I feel like there's so many possibilities, so I'm very interested. And use the hashtag 30DSCBL5 for 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life 5, because crazily enough, she has done this 5 times, a video a day, 5 times. She is just amazing. So definitely head over there and give her some love, as well as the other ladies. And I do have to put in a little plug for my crystal katana, because that thing is amazing and it has my name on it already. I didn't even have to put it on there. So thank you again, Sandy, for my beautiful gift. And there is my layout. Here are a couple of close-ups, including one of me. You can see what I looked like when I was crazy little. I know I haven't changed. I look crazy just like that. Just kidding. Maybe not. Okay, so there is my layout, and we will see you again tomorrow with another sketch. So remember to wear your crown. Bye.